Hey guys, it's Roscoe, and on the Space Coach today, when I was doing the various charity shops in Sunderland, I stumbled across something I had to pick up immediately, and it's this. Now, it's not exactly Terran Trade Authority, but it's from that time in the 70s, and the artwork is very similar. So like I said, I don't think it's Terran Trade, but it could be. So we'll just have a look through the Space Wars. Worlds and Weapons. So there's the cover. Like I say, it's very much like all those 70s Terran Trade Authority books. I love that style of the art. I think it goes as far back as the 50s perhaps, into the 70s, and there's a giant flying saucer just hovering over Earth in the past. Now this looks like a companion piece to In the Terran Trade Authority, when they're on their mad dash flight across planet Earth in their flying saucer. You know, it's going to crash into Beijing and kill 150 million people. It's the same sort of craft here. So, and this image, I'm sure I've seen this in one of the other books, where it's like a landscape inside, isn't it? Yeah. There's an interesting one with the Starship Enterprise. And there it is there as well. Maybe they were designs for space bases that never made the cut. This looks like something we would have seen in Futuropolis, although I don't think it was in there, but a very similar image. More ships. Interplanetary Wars and Weapons. The value of human life is 0. The machines become the heroes. That's never good. A space station under attack. Love this Star Cruiser here. I thought it should be like so. As Dead Marine. This reminds me very much of the Star Wars prequel trilogies, with some of the droids that they have. Is it the Hellblazer or whatever it is, that wheeled one? It's similar to that. And I think this image was in one of the Terran Trade Authority books. So recall that craft with those stripes on it. This looks like one of those E.E. Doc Smith Lensman book covers, doesn't it? This is interesting, a spaceship with ancient armada there. Fantastic creatures. Space Knight. That looks a bit too Cthulhu for my liking. It's the indigenous life form of Jupiter, apparently. Going for a joyride. And this looks like it's like Conan or something like this, doesn't it? There's a knight on his horse. All that art, because I was watching Midnight's Edge about Conan as a retrospective. Does it say who the artist is? I don't think it does, but the guy who did it, it's a very distinctive style. It's this kind of style from the, I guess, from the 70s, which inspired the movie. What else do we have? Worlds Apart. That actually looks like it's from the Clone Wars. You know, the art of the Clone Wars. So this is very much like the, what was it called? Is it the Discovery? The ship in 2001? some drawings of it as well. It's quite a metropolis. And we have seen this image in it was in Great Space Battles, perhaps, on the planet they stumbled across that had been nuked. Let's see if there's any info on that. Platte City, it's called here. One of the ugliest cities in the old empire, Platte City grew from a small shanty town on Lodbrok's world, a haven for social dropouts, drug addicts, the deformed, the feeble-minded, and a huge number of artists and writers, among whom were many brilliant literary expositors. It's an odd combination for your population. The city was named after one of the least talented writers, whose immense boys' adventure, Garbage Galaxy, was nevertheless popular throughout the system and financed the construction of this steel city. Let's see. Finish with this. Two rather utopian-looking cities there. So yes, very happy to have picked this up. It's a real classic of my childhood, all those sorts of things. And no doubt we shall have a proper in-depth in due course. But for now, guys, that's Space Wars, Worlds and Weapons. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion for a topic you'd like to see discussed. Or like the video.